You've trained jiu-jitsu the whole time?
Nah, no really. No really. I've been a blue belt for fucking ages though, but I like training. I like fighting. I hate sparring. I love learning still. I still feel like I'm learning loads. I've learned loads since going to higher level as well.
See, to be honest with you, I didn't start training until I was 29.
Really?
I just used to lift weights and party.
I was 26. You need money. And you're not making any money in the gym. You're not making any money as a pro MMA fighter. Know it. Know until you get to the UFC, and even then, like, we know the pay's not great. It's nice having an impact on people, because I have been a horrible bastard, mate, for most of my fucking adult life. Not being very nice to people. These podcasts are so important. Like, you're getting fighters on. If you're not coming on podcasts, if you're not interacting with your fan base, there's so many guys now. How are you going to get them to get behind you? You have to be human. I don't think I talk bad about anyone.
I could include this in it if we wanted to.
Keep it in. That's alright.
He doesn't like to get involved, but he's kind of like your guy. What's your guy's name again? Craig.
We've got Craig and Greg.
Aye, he kind of pops in sometimes and he puts stuff up on the screen for us. Like, Jamie, do you get that on your one?
We have a screen just in front of us still.
I take it you're kind of wary like copywriting that then for actually having stuff overlaid.
So anything UFC obviously can't use. YouTube are funny, they pull stuff. But if you go to Patreon, you can put anything you want on Patreon. And say just about anything you want on Patreon as well. Subscribers, mate. You've got this costs. But this costs money as well. Like, this isn't like, were you working the day?
No, aye.
So it's 7 o'clock at night now. You've been at your job all day, then you're at this tonight. Like, this is time away for your family, your kids, your missus, whatever. It's like, it's great. I love podcasting. It's probably the only job I've ever had I liked. But you still have to get sun. You can't. It can't be free forever. No. But it takes a long time, mate.
We're making money for it now,
Good. So you should.
It's all getting spent in production now.
That's it.
I love just sitting and listening to, like, I love just talking to people anyway, even though I'm not talking to people. But I just love sitting and listening and hearing like folks' life stories, and like especially folk that I've seen on the TV fighting or podcasting. Like, I've actually recorded one of your fights before at Forza MMA.
Which did I win?
I can't mind. I think so. It was at fucking in Preston Pans.
Preston Pat Dalkeith, Woodburn Miners Club.
Aye.
How long ago was that one?
It was like a couple of years ago.
Fuck. I've had a few fights in there. I had my first, was it my first amateur fight? I had my first amateur fight there as well, way back when I was like 26, I want to say.
Because I was still training at Goliath, so I'd never met Stevie at this point. So I saw you come in and I recognised you, and then I saw Paul Craig and I was like,
was he in my corner?
Aye, he was with you.
Was it just me and him?
Yeah.
Fuck no, I've had a few.
I remember you.
I have lost there, like I lost my first pro fight there, which was actually
he's even moving the mic in that. That's
like I've done it before. I know. Media training's a thing though. Young guys need to. It's surprising how we have fighters on who are great fighters. They might have had a lot of pro fights and they've not done very much media, or they've never really been on a podcast, or they've never given, like, they're not really interacting on Instagram or TikTok. Like, we're getting to a stage now where that's as big a part as your training. If you're not coming on podcasts, if you're not interacting with your fan base, there's so many guys now. How are you going to get them to get behind you? You have to be human. They have to have something that makes them click with you. That's why these podcasts are so important. Like, you're getting fighters on. They need it. And they have to practice. They have to build up. Same as you. Like, I'm still learning loads of stuff about podcasting. So...
Right, stop talking to me now because I've not got a microphone.
I'm talking to everyone. I'm just having a conversation.
He's gone with the flow.
You can just echo it, so use just.
Oh, sorry. All right.
We used to hear the microphone, the headphones, but it was freaking the guests out. Use microphones, not.
We'll sometimes use headphones. If we're listening to something like putting up a clip for Twitter or something, I'll put the headphones on. But usually I don't like to. I prefer to go full bald. Just keep the bald heated.
Right, we'll just get started then. Have we got
crack on, mate. We're already.
Aye.
I'll leave it in.
Aye. This week I'm joined by Ross Cooper. Ross, how are you doing, my man?
I'm great. I wondered what the intro was going to be.
I didn't know,
because sometimes I wonder what I am, eh? Like, you had Adam Lusby on, so he's an obvious one. You go, strength and conditioning coach, Adam Lusby. You have pro fighter Mark Ewan on. And you just got this guy.
You're a pro fighter, you know?
Aye, I suppose. Aye, loosely.
What's your, how many fights you had, pro? A couple, eh?
10.
10?
10, aye. I'm at 10 now, aye.
I pulled the record up, actually, Callum.
5 and 5.
5 and 5.
5 and 5, aye. There's been ups and downs, like, aye. I was meant to fight last month. Was it the end of last month? It was last Saturday in June.
I think with Stephen O'Malley.
That's got me doing his 4 and 5. Great picture. Who put that up? That wasn't me. Current streak, 2 losses. I won my last fight. What are you talking about?
What was this? Apology.
Aye.
What do you prefer, Shane?
Paul Craig.
I lost a grappling match to Paul Craig. Aye. Mm-hmm.
Was this before you were teammates?
No. This is only 2023. August 12th, 2023. I no longer
that's on a Bungard show.
It is indeed. That was my last win as well, was on Bungie. See this Matthias Duhamel fight, mate. I can't see that cut. Actually down as a cut. Nippy. Got a cut he'd ref stopped at fucking 2:10, 8 rounds up as well.
Put it up on YouTube, Carl. Is it on YouTube?
Oh aye.
Let's see how we look at it. Just while we're waiting on him pulling that up, did you watch Poirier and Holloway?
I did, mate. I did.
How do you feel about it?
Is it this guy you watch?
Yes. I think Holloway was unlucky, to not get a finish.
Yeah.
I thought some of the judging I thought was a bit up and down as well. Like I thought it was quite a clear Max Holloway domination.
Aye.
I know he got a knockdown and stuff, and he had a wee bit. He jumped the guillotine and things like that, but he wasn't close to winning that fight.
No, I don't.
Do you know what I mean? I think he was quite.
He was upset that it wasn't closer on the judges' scorecard.
Oh really?
I listened to his interview after that.
How soon after was it?
Oh, it was like right after the fight.
So emotional,
Aye.
Emotional. And it was his last fight and stuff like that. It's a tricky one. Max Holloway looked great. I didn't think Max Holloway would come back as good as that, especially after that knockout for Topuria.
Aye.
But they didn't get a bonus, I saw.
They didn't get fight of the night.
That's wild.
That's the right one.
This is the one, aye.
When does it get stopped in?
3rd round.
3rd.
Aye. It's the most boring fight ever, honestly.
But
It's just,
stick it to the 3rd round, Carl. Aye.
it's just me taking him down. And this is it. That's actually right at the stoppage.
Oh,
that's the cut.
Bad, though, eh?
Did you see that?
Is that an elbow?
Aye. Gave the guy a fucking 2-round doing as well. MMA, what a sport.
Aye. Fair play to you, man. Especially with the...
They take ages to stop it. I go for the old K-guard here. We'd been doing loads of K-guard stuff, right? And I'd been using K-guard to stand up. And it doesn't really work very well because we're against the cage. So I can't get the I can't bounce him far enough. And then this bit's a bit shitty of me, actually. But, so the ref steps in and then I sit up and punch him. But he said something to me, mate, in Polish. He leaned out, he did that, and then he spoke in Polish, and I was just fuck you. So the doctor actually shouts to the referee from outside the cage, which is worse. The doctor's like, hang on, you need to call... There's Dylan Took there, man.
That's before the teeth.
Yeah, aye, that's his old teeth.
What a difference.
Mate, his whole face has changed, eh?
Aye.
It's wild.
He looks pretty handsome now. He's got the proper white shiners.
And he's got the chat as well, eh?
Aye,
he's a
funny,
very... He's a great guy, Dylan. I love Dylan. He's probably the person I'm closest to in the gym, other than Paul. But since coming to higher level, mate, this just makes me rage. Eh? I shouldn't go on a bit, but it takes ages for them to stop it as well. This bit's funny. I thought they were going to let me keep going. Can you play this on the podcast? Aye, this bit.
It'll be fine, aye.
Called him. Dylan comes in and is like, stops me. He's like, remember, fucking, you're representing the gym. You can't behave like this. And I had the fight before this. I'd been a dickhead at the end as well. But it's a fucking emotional sport, eh? It does that to you. I've kind of felt that one go. It's the most comfortable I've ever been in a fight, and then I honestly felt like I was cruising, eh? And I probably just got lazy. I was letting him get back up so I could take him down again, and then I was just like, probably should have made more effort to get him out of there.
Affiliation Team Parente.
Is that what it says still?
Aye.
I need to get on and update this.
So is that your previous gym then?
Oof, that was a couple of gyms ago. I've been,
So
that was my
where'd you
first
start?
MMA gym, Forza MMA in Edinburgh, back when I lived in Westburn, just on the edge of Wester Hills. What's that got me? A share dog?
3 and 5.
Fucking, that's even worse. Oh well. That was my first gym back in Edinburgh. then I went to Scottish Hit Squad, and then I went to a higher level.
Oh, did
and
you go for Hit Squad, right?
Aye. Me and Paul we all trained there together and stuff, and then he moved to higher level, and I was like, it's 2 minutes from my house as well. No excuse really no to train there, eh?
Aye.
But
and
like
it's the best gym in Scotland.
It's definitely doing very well, isn't it?
Aye.
You can't. I don't like to do the gym politics thing.
Aye, I know what you're saying, because you'll still have friends at your other gym. You know what to slate them. Aye.
Of course, I don't like to slate anyone. I don't think I talk bad about anyone. Do you? You heard me saying anything?
Nah,
I don't think I say...
Just in jest, maybe.
Aye, I don't say anything too controversial. I probably do have a wee bit of I do occasionally say things I'm like, oh fuck, I probably shouldn't have said that, but what can you do, mate? You can't be censoring yourself all the time, eh? You need to be authentic. Like, I see you've got the Luke Shanks signed gloves up there. He doesn't mince his words either.
He's brilliant, eh?
He's some boy, eh? Hey, want to hear a funny story about Luke Shanks?
Let's hear it.
So Dylan Took was over in Ireland. I can't even remember what it was for, but it was New Year, so January 31st. And he messaged me, he says, mate, any chance you can nip over to my house? Because at the time, he only lived a few streets away from me. He says, any chance you can nip over and let my dogs out? I says, aye, no bother. I was like, I'm working till 5:30 in the morning, so I'll be there about 6 a.m. and I'll let them out. He's like, perfect, suits me brilliantly. Keys in the bit where he leaves the key. Goes in, so unlocks the door, 6 o'clock, I'm in all black, like beanie hat on, everything. It's pissing with rain, horrible freezing cold night. I've had a terrible shift at work. Opens the door, and I can't get one of them to come out. One of the wee dogs is not coming out. I'm like, what's going on here? It's fucking weird. I'm like, come on, try to coax the dog out. And I just looks up to the top of the stairs and I see a boy, just a pair of shorts, no top on. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? Straight away I'm thinking, he's guaranteed to think I've broken into this house. And he's gone to, and I'm like, listen, buddy, I'm Ross. Dylan, so I didn't know Luke at this time.
Right.
I'm Ross. Dylan asked me to come let the dog out. He's just standing at the top of the stairs glowering at me. Mate, it was Luke Shanks. So he's come and stayed over in Dylan's house. And I was like, fuck, what's he thinking? Like, there's a guy all in black at the bottom of the stairs. This can only be bad. But it went all right. So not as good a story as I thought that was going to be. Just in a pair of shorts, mate, and he top on. I was like, I recognise the tattoos because he's got quite unique tattoos, Big Luke. But no, I love Luke, man. Great guy.
Aye, it was quite a good episode we done with Luke, actually. I don't know if you've seen it.
Aye. Some black eye on him when he done it.
Oh my God, aye. I know.
He's a hard sparrer, is Luke.
That's what we keep organising the podcast for a Sunday after Super Sunday. It's probably not a good idea because everybody's like lethargic and...
Aye. I'm like that now, mate. See the Friday night sparring. I never make the Sunday sparring because I work Saturday night. And on the Friday after sparring, I then go to work and I'm honestly hanging, I feel terrible. And I'm quite a nervous sparrer. I've spoken about this quite a lot, so it's not a secret, but it's one thing I've never enjoyed. I didn't enjoy it. I've never enjoyed it. I don't look forward to it. That fight I had booked there for the end of June, all my sparring leading up to it was terrible. I was so tense, nervous, just, I don't know. It never came, and as my last few fights, they've all been like that. I just can't loosen up. I don't know what's wrong. I don't know what is.
Why do you still train if you feel like that?
I don't know. It's a good question. I like training.
I love training.
I like fighting. I hate sparring. I love learning still. I still feel like I'm learning loads. I've learned loads since going to higher level as well. I felt like a right rookie when I went there, When I first, there was stuff that all the guys did there, basics that they did so well, and I was like, how am I going to catch up to this? Like that was honestly how I felt, and I still feel like that sometimes. Sometimes I'm in training with certain guys, and I'm like, the progress they're making is so much quicker than me in such a short amount of time, and at times you feel a bit like, how do I even get up? How do I start like guys like Mark Ewan, Coonley, obviously Sean Clancy, Stephen Clancy? These guys are making vast improvements weekly almost, and you do get a bit like, how am I? Not so much compete with them in the gym, but how do you come up to a level where you're still a good training partner for them? Because I worry about that all the time as well, being a good training partner. Obviously, Paul's at the highest level now, so chances of you catching up to him are extremely low. But there's guys younger than me, far surpassed me, doing it in done half as much time in the gym as I have, and they're just making huge jumps all the time. And it's obviously down to hours in the gym. Like a lot of these young guys, they do live in the gym, but I didn't want to make the excuse of like, oh, I've got a family, I've got a company to run, I've got a podcast myself. Like, you can't use them as excuses. But at the same time, these young guys, their life just is this. And that's tough. Very, very hard. Because you need money.
I've been using Happy Hemper CBD for the last 6 to 9 months. And the difference it's making in terms of recovery and sleep has been brilliant. I've been tracking it using my Whoop fitness watch, and the difference in recovery in terms of the score has been right down through the red, right up to the green in the high 90s. It's as easy as 2 drops on your tongue just before you go to bed, and it tastes great. Why use any other CBD? Happy Hemper is a locally run Scottish company. Check them out now at happyhemper.co.uk or on Instagram.
And you're not making any money in the gym. Aye. You're not making any money as a pro MMA fighter. Know it. Know until you get to the UFC, and even then, like, we know the pay's not great. Aye. So, I don't know. I enjoy being around the guys as well. Definitely good for the soul, eh? Aye. See, just sitting, chatting in the change room, bit of crack, slagging each other. Obviously, nicely. Nobody being too brutal. But they're a good group of guys there, eh? Like, their core team of guys are brilliant. I had quite a bit of time away for the gym. I hadn't been for ages, really. Getting close to a year, I think it would have been. And I knew something was missing, eh? I knew I was missing something. I was like, I was a bit off. I couldn't put my finger on it. As soon as I went back to the gym, I was like, it was this. It was this. Just a group of young men heading towards I don't want to say a common goal, because everybody's got their own fights, they've got their own things, but like-minded group of individuals just trying to improve. And I don't even want to say be great, because some of them are no trying to be the greatest fighter that there ever was. They're just trying to be better, eh? Or they're just trying to stay out of trouble, or they're just trying to, they've got all different things going on. And it's, I think, very important for me personally to be around people like that. That's what I need. For me. Otherwise, mate, I'm fucking miserable, honestly.
Plus, like, one thing I've said multiple times on this show is you need to be something other than a dad.
100%.
Or just working.
Or you'll be a shite dad.
Exactly.
You wouldn't be a good dad if that's all you did. You wouldn't, because what kind of example can you set? None, really.
Plus, you've got all this frustration, and
for sure,
you go in and train, that's a way.
Oh,
that drive home after training, you're a different person.
It's the best, eh? It's the best thing ever. And as well, like, I'm working in a public-facing job. I'm working in a nightclub. It's full of cunts, mate. To be totally honest, eh? The amount of horrible wee bastards you deal with, and you're just like, if I didn't have this other thing in my life, I would just probably be lashing out all the time. And it's because of MMA and training and that I didn't lash out. Otherwise, who knows what? I didn't like talking about that type of stuff, to be honest. But if you don't have that outlet, you're right, it's only going to come, it's got to get out somewhere, and it's going to come out negatively. And that's definitely, well, we've got a bit of an epidemic here, don't we? Like, look at the amount of young men just fucking hopeless. And I don't mean hopeless as in like they're lazy or they're shite or whatever. They're just, not happening. No, nothing's going to happen, so ski up. Just bevy all day or all weekend or whatever it is they do. They're just no striving towards anything, are they? So it's very important, I think, to be with, and again, some of them are only 18, 19, like Stephen Clancy is going to be on Main Event and the show this Saturday. He's only 18. We were away in Vegas with him. He speaks like like guys our age. He's very, very mature. And to think he's only 18, it's mental. So it obviously brings everyone on. Like, it brings on these young guys as well. When you're 18, there's nothing good happening when you're going out with your pals. On Saturday night, you go out with your friends at 18-year-old. Not like, is it Glenrothes you come for?
No, Cowdenbeath.
Sorry, I don't know why I say Glenrothes there. But when you were 18, going out in Cowdenbeath, was anything good happening when you were 18?
Oh, there's loads of fun to be happening.
Loads of fun to be had. But how many weekends can you do that before it's...
See, to be honest with you, I didn't start training until I was 29.
Really?
I just used to lift weights and party.
I was 26 when I started. I think I had my first fight on my 26th birthday. And now you look at these young guys, they're in the gym, 14, 15-year-old. And they're already doing great. So, like, look at the head start they had on us. It's going in the right direction, which is positive, very positive. But I think we all wish we'd found it sooner, don't we?
Aye, but I think when, like, what did you're younger than me. Aye. But when we were right young, though, it wasn't even really a thing, or it
No.
was, but obviously it was
Or it
just
was brand
hard
new.
to find. Like, because Stevie Ray always talks about when he was at Edge, he was training. He was going to Rick's one day. He was going to like a Thai class. He was going to a boxing, like all different gyms, and trying to blend it himself.
I remember seeing Stevie Ray in a bodybuilding gym running on a treadmill when I was maybe 20, 21. He wasn't at a higher level yet. The first MMA show I ever went to, Stevie Ray was on it. It was called like Brawl at the Bay or something like that over at Petticoat Bay. So a caravan park with a arena on the inside. He won by Omoplata.
Oh, I've seen this.
A long time ago. That I want to say I was 20. I don't think I was 21 yet. But I remember going into gyms and seeing him running on treadmills. I remember working in pubs and him being there too and doing other things. But I shouldn't tell stories about him. But he was always a bit of a boy, Stevie.
He's been in a few street fights, I think.
He has. Aye. But that's the thing. Like, he most definitely would have found nothing but trouble had it not been going across the higher level. Probably the gym he was training at prior to that, they were probably all just going in and sparring. Like, how much technical emphasis was put on training back then? None really. Nobody knew anything.
Aye.
It was just everyone was guessing. It was Wild West stuff, mate. So it's come a long way, which is good.
Aye.
But it's Stevie's you trainer, eh?
Aye, both of us.
Aye. He give you you're a brown belt, eh?
Brown, aye. Yeah.
How long have you been a brown belt?
How long have you been a brown belt? Just since December.
Aye. I'm still a blue, mate.
Yeah.
Aye.
How long you've trained jiu-jitsu the whole time?
Nah, not really. No, really. I've been a blue belt for fucking ages, though. But I think since I've been at higher level, I've only came to gi class like twice. So that'll.
And if you're not coming into the gi class with James and Danny, you're no chance of getting promoted.
No, and neither you should. Neither you
true.
should. Do you compete and stuff?
I've competed. I was on the main card at ADCC there.
I saw you were.
Invitational.
Aye.
Didn't win, unfortunately. And then prior to that, I was on Gorilla Invitational. I did that in Manchester. Some decent names on that, actually. That Ash Williams was the main event.
I was going to say it's a sort of controversial sport now, but just with the UFC signing jiu-jitsu guys now, and obviously Craig Jones is being very active. Mate, he's doing a great job. I think he'd bring in... so we went to ADCC in Vegas last year, me and Paul. Was it last year? And the CGI was on at the same time. And I was like, I kind of wish I'd gone to the CGI, yeah. It was good. But it was mental to see like the T-Mobile Arena sold out for jiu-jitsu, mate. So again... It's a growing sport, doing very well. But I still think it needs these characters, mate. It's not got enough... It's just not got enough interest in... How do we drag people into jiu-jitsu? How do you get people to go and watch it? I don't know.
It's hard to get people to watch it that never trained. It just looks like nothing.
Aye.
Somebody that's not trained.
And even when you have trained, like, intricacies are easily missed on you. Like, sometimes I sit with Paul watching stuff and or a good one... Paul still does privates with like Kieran Reid, and I hear those two talking about jiu-jitsu, and I sit there and I'm like, I feel like I've never done a day of this. When you hear the level they're speaking at and the things they're breaking down, and I'm like, again, how am I going to catch up to this? How am I going to get myself up to this level? But keep plugging away, eh? Like Kieran Reid he's a specialist, mate. I don't think I had an appreciation for his level of jiu-jitsu. We went to 10th Planet in Vegas. We went to their open mat, and there's guys who were there that are now competing on the UFC's jiu-jitsu tour. I feel bad I don't know the actual proper name of that. What is that called, mate?
Is it not just UFC?
Is it
BJJ?
just... Is that what it is,
That's
aye?
what Calm's going to bring it up. I've seen Mikey Mizumechi was on it, eh?
Aye, well,
He's the
Kieran
headliner.
and that were rolling with him, eh?
I see
It's just UFC, BJJ.
Danny rolled with Mikey. Didn't I heard him talking about it on your podcast,
Aye, that was quite funny. Kieran the same.
which is mental because see when I roll with Danny, like it's night and day, and if that's how he feels against that Mikey, then it just shows you the.
That's
levels.
what I mean. So what is the level? Like, where does this get to? And then that's when I'm always disheartened, and I'm like, oh, you're so far behind.
Really?
Oh,
I
mate,
just
honestly.
enjoy your own progression though. I feel like it's for me, it's like that. Every so often, you're getting that wee bit better. You get that wee dopamine release.
Definitely. But at the same time, so I always look at it, I go, UFC and big shows and things are not happening for me, right? I'm 36-year-old, so that's not going to be a thing. But I still want to be a good training partner. Like, I still want to be a top level training partner for my friends. I've got, like, obviously, you want to be a good training partner for Paul. I didn't really go with Mark Ewan too much because of the weight difference and stuff, but Sean Clancy, Coonley, these guys, you want to be a good partner for them. If your level isn't coming up enough, then what good are you to them? You're no helping them, because you're just going to end up being a fucking heavy bag, eh? Like, and mate, I dread sparring with Sean. If I'm honest, eh? I love Sean to bits. He's a fucking brilliant kid. I love him and his brother. But see, sometimes sparring with him, I'm just like, oh man.
I wouldn't be.
I don't know if I need this, eh? I don't know if I need this as a 36-year-old father, eh, too, with a mortgage to pay.
I'm only interested in sparring guys that aren't good at grappling, to be fair.
Mate, well, the problem with Sean, he's good at everything,
That's
eh?
what I mean.
And then he'll start deciding what he wants to do, and that's it's tricky. You've got to be smart, eh? It's like I say, it is good when you pull things off. I set wee training goals for myself. That's my sort of newer thing. So I'll have usually 3. So as I'm driving up, I'm thinking about my 3 training goals, and depending on what session it is. So it might be just like, I want to get a takedown on X person, or a dominant position on X person, or land some strikes into a takedown on X person. I'll not, obviously didn't need to say the names, but if I can get those things, then I'm like, oh, brilliant, I've had a very successful night at sparring. I don't, some of the guys do it like, right, I've done 5 rounds, I won 4 of them, and my 5th one was maybe even. I don't really do it like that. I'm not too fussed about, and I know nobody really should be bothered if they win or lose in sparring. But again, I get so fucking tense around sparring, mate. Anxious about it. I get stressed out about it. So, I don't know, something I need to work on, I think. I was with a sports psychiatrist before. I had one before, eh? It was good. I should go back to it. Aye, definitely.
How much was that in there?
Oh, he's a very good friend of mine. So we had a good, we had a system worked out. He very kindly didn't charge me.
No, that's all right then.
But that's I just thought that prior to going to a sports psychologist, I thought it was something that was ridiculous. Eh? I was like, why would you do that? And then Paul went, and I was like, oh fuck it, I'll give it a go. So it was good though.
Aye.
Definitely worth doing.
Psychology is something that interests me, so I think I would
Like
get
as
something
a
for that,
career.
aye. No, but
You'd be
just
a
in
psychologist,
general, I
or-
just think it's interesting.
Aye.
Like when you get to explain to you why this happens, or why this makes sense, then
Why
I
you
think
like
it's
jiu-jitsu?
interesting.
Why you like rolling about with sweaty men?
Aye.
Because you're probably gay. Is that? And you're just fighting it. I don't know. Or you're autistic. One of the
That's
two.
the usual one, eh?
For sure, mate. All these have got something. It's not a normal sport, is it? Why do you not just go and play football with your pals?
Man, I've had more injuries playing 5-a-sides than I have doing 8 years of
100%.
jiu-jitsu and MMA.
Aye.
I used to sprain my ankle all the time playing football.
How often do you train now?
Well, I've just went self-employed plumbing, so no as much. But prior to that, I was training a Monday or a Tuesday, a Thursday, a Friday for sparring, and then Sunday open mat.
Like MMA sparring? Aye?
Yeah.
So are you having fights, or are you just sparring for
I've
it?
never fought MMA because, well, to be fair, the class was always too early for me with the kids for the childcare. When I first started, I was doing striking, and then I agreed with my missus, I'll just go in at 8 and I'll just do more jiu-jitsu. But now my wee boy's going to be 4 in November, so she was like, go back to sparring if you want. And obviously the guys were going to be fighting as well, so I was like, I'll jump in with them. Spar
And
with
be a
them.
good
All the
training
young
partner,
boys.
eh?
Aye. But a lot of them didn't do the grappling, eh? So
Oh, really?
that advantage.
So what do they do? Just
A lot of the strikers just bounce if they've done the striking class.
aye, and you've got to do both, really.
I know you wouldn't get away with that higher level, eh?
Well, sparring wouldn't go well. It's already fucking
Well, that's
gone
what
bad
I mean,
enough.
it doesn't.
Aye.
I'm 37 and I could.
Aye. Are you still hanging with them?
I would say so. Aye.
Anybody getting away for you?
Well, it just depends who you can. Bradley Scott.
I've seen him on
It's
social
like a
media.
truck, man.
Aye. What age is he?
25.
It's a good age for
He's
it. eh?
trained with us. Me and him's about the only two that I think that's been there through the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously he was like a kid when he started, 17 or something. And he was already good at striking, like a Thai background.
And then came and started.
And then he's been obviously like under Stevie's wing the whole time as well. So
So we're commentating on Saturday night, eh?
that's right. Aye,
I'm looking
forward to
for
it.
what time will you be there?
Well, I'm commentating. I'm doing the grappling before, so I'm going to be there at like 10 in the morning. So
Oh,
you only need to be there till later.
I didn't even know about this.
You're on the half shift.
Aye. So there's a grappling competition or
There's
grappling.
6 grappling matches, I think, before.
I've
Ian Postlewaite's the last one, the main event.
definitely under researched this. I've been lazy here. I've been caught out, I think.
You've still had a few days to catch up.
Aye.
Well, we didn't think you would be coming for the grappling, so there's another guy from
I'll just come
that's
on.
going to give me a hand.
Who's that?
Kyle Todd.
I don't know what I'm looking at anyway, mate. To be honest, I'd just be like, oh.
I thought it would be a wee bit of a long day for you, so
You doing the whole thing?
I'm doing the whole thing.
Aye,
man.
mate, you'll be fine.
Aye.
I'll maybe come along for a laugh or something. What time's the MMA start?
5?
Right, I'm not just going to bounce in at 5 o'clock, sit down and be like, right, here we go. I'm
Probably
going
be
to
there an hour earlier. Eh? I would imagine Heggie will be in touch with you anyway.
I'm going to endeavour to. So I've done this before where I've just rolled up, just like, right, cool. Where am I sitting there? I need one. Right, who's up first? What's this boy's name? Don't know. Like, I don't like to podcast as well. Like I was saying to you the day, I just like the bullet point system, because you're free to drift off, you're free to wander and say what you want, and that's worked very well for us on our podcast, I think. But when you're commentating on stuff, you do need to know who they are. You can't
Don't worry, I've got all the data. Like,
you can't just go, the boy in the blue shorts, he's doing really well.
I'm John Anik, and he'll
Oh,
be
mate,
he'll be more Rogan. And
Nah, Rogan's knowledgeable. He
That's
knows
what
what
I'm
he's
saying.
talking about. I'm not. Like, don't for a second think I know what I'm talking about. I'll be letting you lead the way, yeah. Have you done
I'm the
commentary?
stat man, never man.
No.
Never done commentary.
You're looking forward to it?
It'll be good.
It's good, mate.
It'll be good.
It's a good laugh, It's interesting as well.
Aye.
Good seat, get to watch.
Exactly.
I find it hard when it's people I know fighting, because what I think's quite tough is watching two fighters. So like when you watched Dustin Max, who were you watching? Because you probably weren't watching them both. Who's your favourite out of the two?
You've got to lean for Dustin, I think, because of
You did?
the occasion. Aye,
Oh.
just because of the occasion. Felt a bit sentimental for him.
I don't think he's really caught the way he should have in Europe. I feel like he should have been a much bigger star than he is. Am I wrong? Maybe.
With Dustin,
Mm-hmm.
I think he's a pretty big star.
Max is more popular.
People love Max. I think Mac's a bigger star than Dustin. Like he's
Accomplished, man.
but is he more of a like? So if Dustin Poirier walked down the street or Max Holloway, which one do you think would get more attention? I think it would be Max, and unfortunately we judge people off their social media, like
Right.
how many followers, how many views, that's the metric that we do it now. It's not, if you look at Mighty Mouse, like my son thinks he's a streamer. He doesn't know he was probably the greatest fighter ever. He doesn't know. He's got no idea. But like we were at Cage Warriors Newcastle maybe last year, I want to say. I was doing with my son. And we were through the back and Paddy Pimblett was there. And my son was like, oh, look, there's Paddy Pimblett. Knows exactly who he is. And he only loosely follows MMA. Do you know what I mean? He still knows who these guys are. But Demetrius Johnson, that's the boy who plays Call of Duty. It's mental, mate. And I feel like Topuria now should be probably the biggest star we've ever seen in the UFC. And he's no getting... That's not fair. He is getting a lot of recognition. But he should be massive, and he's not. I don't think. I don't know. I might be wrong.
Do you not feel like when McGregor was on the way up though, he done a lot of his own marketing?
Absolutely.
He was a genius at that.
For sure, but the UFC were definitely making much better stuff back then. That when you think about the promo video for McGregor Aldo,
I can't you're going to say
that was unreal, mate. It was
class.
some of the best stuff they've done though. We're not seeing that
Pull that
now.
up, Cal.
That was a beauty. When
that was
you
very
didn't get stuff at that level now. The amount of, like, if you look on social media, fan edits, huge. The amount of fan edits are huge. And I don't even want to sound like I'm criticising the UFC because I love it. But the places you're seeing, like Dana White now,
That one, Callum. The next one, then. That one.
you're just seeing Dana on the podcasts that are most popular. Like your good guys, Luke Thomas and Ariel and stuff like that, who ask awkward questions. They're not wanted.
No.
It's just weird.
Nah, there's no doing it. That's it now.
Oh, there is.
That's it now.
But Kanye as well.
Aye.
Another-
It's class, to be fair.
Another controversial man,
It's very true.
Love a bit of Kanye, mate. No. Aye. He's alright.
Is he still alright in the head?
I don't think he ever was.
Where were you
But
when you watched this fight?
Where was I?
Aye.
I was in a friend of mine's house. I had done a shift at the Liquid Rooms and we all bombed over. Oh, was I actually? I feel like that was maybe McGregor Mayweather. I might have watched this at work, which is where I've spent most of my fucking Saturday nights for the last 15 years.
Yeah.
But,
So, am I right in saying it's your own company then? Is that what you said earlier?
Aye.
That's good.
Aye,
Then.
aye.
At least it's
It's alright.
your own thing, eh?
You think that, and having your own company is good, but it's not less work, it's significantly more. And you go, oh, if I've got my own company, I take time off whenever I want. Like, no having to answer to anyone is nice, but at the same time, the buck stops with you. Like,
Aye.
something goes wrong, that's your fault, mate. It doesn't matter if one of the guys fucks up. In reality, it's me, eh? So if I've got a doorman and he fucking kills somebody, that's coming to me. It's not coming to them. Which is quite a big... It was different before when you only had to watch what you were doing. Now you've got to watch what they're doing, which can be tricky sometimes because boys will be boys, eh? And especially in these settings. So, aye. Do you know, I just couldn't cope with somebody telling me what time I had to be at work and stuff, though, eh? Like, see, getting told, right, you need to be here for this time, and then being late, because I'm late for everything, eh? Everything I'm late. And getting grief for being late, or fucking, see the amount of jobs where I've just went, fuck this, I'm away. And just left, eh? Like, I've been a terrible employee my whole life, mate. Even up to now, like, I'm not a good employee. I've always wanted to find something else. Work, like, I could never imagine working in an office. I had an office job once. I lasted 4 days, mate. I made it to the Thursday. And then I was just like, I'll not be back. Fucking see you later. But
That's not for me. Like,
no, you work for yourself, aye?
I've been self-employed for 8 years, but I've just recently, like, properly on my own, rather than just contracting for the one company. Now I'm completely on my own. It's much better though.
Aye. Prefer it.
It's great. I'm
More
actually
work or
less
less,
stressed. I'm less stressed.
Why?
There you go. I can't say too much on the podcast,
right,
but
okay.
my last job, nothing against my good pal that I was working for, great boy, but I was getting a bit much, like, the stress wise. So
You're just putting a lot of work on you.
I'm not going to say nothing negative about him.
You didn't have to, but you can say he was expecting a lot. Aye. It happens, mate. You do start expecting a lot of your friends, don't you?
Like I say, we're still going to be working together, so I'm not going to. I do what I say.
It's all right, mate. So I think if you can be honest with your friends, that means they are like, you could go to a person and say, look, I didn't like that you're doing this. Like, mate, there's nothing wrong with that. I don't see some of the conversations I've had with Paul and Dylan Took, mate. Dylan Took is fucking brutal. That's how you know he's your mate, eh? Because he'll just flat out say, mate, that is shit when you're doing that. Stop doing this, stop doing that, stop doing that. You can't keep doing this. And it means they actually give a fuck about you, eh? Yeah. So I never trust people who are always like, you're doing amazing and this is brilliant and definitely no issues there. I never buy into that, eh? Like, I always think you should be able to take constructive criticism or give constructive criticism. I don't give it too much constructive criticism, to be fair, but I get a lot. And that's definitely one of my metrics, eh, for is this someone I should be listening to or not? Maybe not a good one, but there's very few people that applies to be fair.
This episode is sponsored by Combat Sports Hygiene. Do you worry about infections on the mats? Unfortunately, it's a real problem that many grapplers and combat sports athletes have to deal with at some point on their journey on the mats. Left unchecked, these conditions can cause serious health issues and even force a gym to close. Combat Sports Hygiene's new product, Full Guard, helps fight this issue. With 48 months shelf life, this fast-drying spray delivers protection against staph, ringworm and herpes. Simply spray it onto your skin before training and be at ease knowing that you're safe from infection. Also, if you're a gym owner, Sports Hygiene are working with gyms to provide wholesale value so you can stock and sell at your gym. Buy now at sportshygiene.com. Aye, going back to what you're saying about Dylan Took, I was actually just listening to that episode today.
Oh, really?
I always like to do a bit of research when anybody's coming on, if they've been on a podcast before, and obviously you've got your own podcast. So let's talk about Leathered, actually.
Okay.
It's a great time to go into that. How did it come about? Like,
so me and Paul have trained now for. I'm sure he'd just signed to the UFC. He needed sparring partners, and I was at Forza MMA at the time, and I just fought on Cage Warriors, and I'd got fucking absolutely battered off a boy on Cage Warriors. Like, so they needed I had just won a fight, so I can't make any excuses. It was a short notice fight, but I had just fought and just won, and came out pretty damage free. Submitted a guy right at the start of the second round, and I was like, I'm good to go again. So there was no drama. They needed a late replacement, 10 days, something like that. Jumped in, and I got fucking so badly outclassed. And I was like, right, how do I fix this? What do I do? And Paul needed sparring partners, because there was no really any light heavyweights. There's no bigger, heavier guys in Scotland. Even now, Paul's only really got Sean and me, and around his own weight to spar with. And Sean's a welterweight. Sean Clancy, obviously, I'm talking about. I shouldn't just go first names and assume people know. Anyway, started training with him, and then one day just the podcast subject came up, and that was it. It sort of all meshed together quite quickly, and I think our style is just sitting around chatting. We don't really have a structure. We do loosely try and stay on MMA, but it goes into all sorts of stuff. And we've got the Patreon episodes as well, which go even more. Sometimes I prefer the episodes where no MMA gets mentioned, to be honest, and we just sort of talk about our own lives, and because everyone's interesting, mate. This is the thing. You can have anybody on and get good conversations with them. They don't have to be like a famous person. And I always say this as well. Famous people are just normal guys with an interesting job. Like, if you meet Tom Aspinall, and I'm certain with your growth of your podcast, eventually you will have someone like him on, and you'll see he's just a normal guy. He's got a child who's autistic and a lot of additional needs, and he's going through all the same things that loads of other dads are going through. His job's interesting though. That's really the only difference in him to everyone else. He's as normal a man as you met, worked on the doors and stuff like that. And where were we there? How did Leather get started?
How did Leather get started?
That was really it, mate. We just like, do you fancy doing a podcast? I was like, I'll come on. And it was as straightforward as that. I was on a podcast before called the Fatherless Podcast. I can't even remember how many episodes of that we'd done, but that was starting to kind of, the boy I done it with, he was going in different directions, and so was I, and so it was probably a good time for me to change to something else. And for then now, it's just like a sort of staple part of my life, really. Probably one of the things I look forward to most in the week. I always say it's the only job I've had that I've ever liked. Every other job I've fucking hated, and it is a job, but I didn't feel like it is. But it's nice sometimes just to sit about and chat with your friends and just mate, see, even moaning about stuff. The amount of times I've gone in and just been like, you'll never believe what happened. And like, oh, I feel better now. It's tricky because as well, you don't realise so many people are watching. That's a bit of a weird one. And we're getting to a stage now where I am getting a wee bit, I always feel like a bit of a dickhead talking about this, but I'm at my work there on Saturday night. We maybe did 1,200 people, something like that. And see the amount of people who come up, how you doing? Love the podcast, seen your TikToks. What do you think about this? Like, who do you think's going to win this fight? It's mental to think that you're getting out to that many people.
You guys really are as well. Like, I meet so many people that don't even follow MMA, and
It's getting a bit cult, eh? That's what's weird about it. It's becoming this sort of Scottish thing. And I never really expected that. It was just conversations with my friends and bringing on guests who are interesting. Like Dylan Took is my friend. You don't realise you're sitting... He was talking about the sort of dark side of MMA on the last episode. And you think, I can't even remember ever really speaking to somebody about those aspects of it. And so it's great to get these other perspectives, guys coming in and chatting, and it being so comfortable. There isn't the awkwardness. There isn't the watch what you say. Like, we're not answerable to anyone. I can say whatever I want, like within reason. But I think that's quite an important factor as well. You can't have... Guys have got to be able to come on and say whatever they want to say. You can't have them holding back or, I'm not going to say this because of that. That's important. And I would struggle massively if I was on a podcast that censored. You know what I mean? So it's nice to have that freedom. I don't know if you come on too many hot topics.
We've been all right, to be fair.
Aye. Nobody's been too controversial yet.
We kind of want to stay away from stuff like that, to be fair.
How come?
We don't really want to get end up in like politics between
Oh,
gyms
politics is nobody. Politics isn't interesting for anyone really. If you say you're interested in politics, I don't believe you, mate.
but I mean like gym politics.
Oh, gym politics, really?
Because we didn't want to be. Obviously, we've had a lot of guys like higher level, and we want other gyms as well to maybe speak to other guys as well, and we didn't want to be just.
Do you think other guys have got a problem with you doing that?
I don't know. I hope not, because we're open to having anybody on the podcast. To be fair, if they've got a good story to tell. The reason I started the podcast is the guests that I had in mind were guys that I thought martial arts turned their life around. Let's do a podcast and let's get the guys on that can tell a story about like Stevie Ray, Craig McIntosh, and
great example
Brian
actually,
Hislop.
Craig McIntosh.
Brian Hislop. So
He's the
that's
same,
three-
for sure.
I was like, that's three great guys that I ken that will come on and do the podcast that have got stories. to
MMA
tell.
ruined my life, mate. It made it much worse. No, I'm only joking. The constant headaches are a bit of a problem, but other than that, the CTE's been great. If I'm being honest, the MMA didn't.
What else would you be doing with yourself if you didn't do anything?
Nothing good.
Right, so
That's
that is good
true.
for you.
So it is good. For me, it's more the people I've met. I've been unbelievably. A lot of guys, you hear this one all the time. They'll say, "MMA takes so much for you, and it's gave me nothing back." And I think that's bullshit, mate. I've been given so much. Like I've been disproportionately fortunate. I've got so much out of this. Like the things I've been able to go and see and do, and the guys that I've chatted to and I'm friends with, I don't think there would have been a way to do that in any other. Even say I was like a person who played a bit of football and I had a football podcast. I don't think it would have went that way. I think this is the only sport where I'd have got to meet these people and do these unbelievable things. I don't think other sports are like this. I think they're very insular. They don't want to let you. There is like you're an outsider culture.
Totally agree.
And MMA doesn't have that. And it still does have aspects of it, but I don't feel like people are that way with me. I feel like I could talk to anyone. I honestly don't have a problem with anyone in Scottish MMA. And I talk to everybody. I don't go to a show and people tell me to fuck off or anything. Or I hope no. I know there is some people out there who didn't like me, I'm sure. But what? Who?
No, I was just laughing
Go on,
at
say
that
his name.
statement.
Say his name and we'll talk about him. No, he hates me talking about him, so I'm not going to. He fell out with me, and he doesn't like me bringing him up on podcasts. He said, "You know who I'm talking about?"
That was just bad timing.
Oh, was it?
Aye.
Oh,
You can tell us after.
Jamie McDonald hates me, mate.
Was he?
Aye, he hates that I slagged him on my podcast.
Right.
Ah well, but if I seen him, I still love you, Jamie.
I mean, Jamie, I mean, there was a show like Bradley and another one of my teammates was fighting, and Jamie McDonald was fighting, and he broke this guy's arm with an armbar. That was the first
Liam Skinner.
experiences, you know.
That's who he done it to.
Belly doing, I think it was. And he just says to him, "Tap or I'll break your in." Didn't he tap?
Well, he was right to do it, mate. I used to train with Jamie. I like him, mate, and I love his coach as well, Ross. I don't know, some people can't get along with everyone, but I think Scottish MMA is definitely doing a much better job now. A cross training and everybody getting on, and the gym politics coming out of it, because we're not going to. I feel like that's the last thing holding us back in Scotland. Like, we're only a wee country. We're overachieving, We're definitely overachieving in the MMA world, but we've still got these internal things that are just like, what the fuck are we doing? Why are we no? I don't know. There's still a lot of nonsense at local shows, and there's things that could be done to move it along a bit and progress a bit better, but I don't think we'll see them happening.
Do you ever cross train anymore?
No. I got invited to a gym today.
Why is that?
I've not got time. If I'm totally honest, I would still do it. I got invited to come and train one old friend of mine today, Dav Bain, at, I want to say Checkmate Edinburgh, but I think they've maybe changed their affiliation now, so I'm not sure.
Right.
That's who he was with. My kids did jiu-jitsu there. I trained there. Dav is a great friend of mine, not was. And he said, you'll need to come down sometime. Somebody had asked me about kids' classes or something in Edinburgh, and I tagged him in it. So I'd happily go down and train. I like to think I'm welcome everywhere. I don't know. I don't think I've said anything too over the top, too controversial. I'm fairly middle of the road. Somebody messaged me the other day calling me a fucking bigot because I put up a can of Monster, that Monster berry with the Viking symbols and stuff on the can. And I didn't have you pinned as a bigot because apparently on TikTok, cans of this are for fucking Nazis, mate. I don't know. Weird shit. There's weirdos out there, mate. A lot of weirdos. You've got a big social media following though, so you must get weirdos, no?
No, really?
Nah,
everybody seems quite positive, to be honest.
aye.
Get to a certain size.
Do you think so?
Folk, you're just gonna get it.
A lot on TikTok, mate.
I'm not really on TikTok.
No,
you're doing great on TikTok, yeah?
Aye, I do alright on TikTok. It's a fucking cesspool.
It's a total different audience, though. Like, see,
Oh, mate, it's fully freaks.
when I used to post stuff all the time, you would put something on Instagram, it would do amazing, and then you put it on TikTok and like 200 views.
I know.
Like, what's going on here?
It doesn't make sense either, especially when you're trying to play the social media game and make something out of it. I don't know. And the amount, I'm at a stage now where I'm like, are any of these accounts real? Can the ones following you? The overwhelming majority must just be bots. They can't be real, mate. There's too many. There's like how some of the videos are getting like 1 million views. Who's watching this pish? You know, I'm not buying that 1 million people are watching like a lassie pretending she's dropped something on the ground and bending over to pick it up. That just doesn't seem. I don't know. I go off on these like rants about OnlyFans models and stuff like that, and fucking Sydney Sweeney selling her bathwater, and
You see, Katie Price is wanting to compete with Bonnie Blue. See, I read that one this morning.
so what's the competition?
For what is it? They're on 1,000 men on a shift. Just want to beat that, Katie Price.
Why? Just let me off, mate. Just get me out of here, man.
I mean, what queue are you going to join first? Bonnie Blue or Katie Price?
Neither, mate. It's like
They don't be in a queue.
they would be
I'm
near
joking.
them. I think
I'm
would
joking,
be near them.
obviously, guys.
I know, but this is like, I get proper. I'm like, that's just so shit, mate. Imagine
What's wrong with folk that they're actually paying money for it? Like,
they're lonely, mate. They're lonely. They're convinced by social media that it's all right, that it's okay to do that, and it's no. It's fucking beta as fuck, eh? Like it's degrading, and you're degrading yourself. Young guys, they're getting so much shit flung at them that they're buying this nonsense that it's okay to be a gimp, eh? And it fucking annoys me, mate. Don't get me wrong, like there is good aspects to it as well. The change I've seen. So when I first started working at like bars and nightclubs, I was like 19. And from then to now, it's night and day. Like we've done 1,200 people there on Saturday. And I don't think there's a violent incident that I was aware of happening in the club for 1,200 people. Now, when I was like 20 and working over the road at the Brass House, it was fucking non-stop, and it was like 250 people, and they were constant. And then the end of the night when everyone's leaving, guaranteed, like, and then is it still there next door to it? Pizza Boy.
oh, you just
Is it
didn't
still there, mate?
there, aye.
Pizza Boy used to be you couldn't go in. See the amount of times I was like, I can't, I'm starving. See, after a shift, I'm going straight to Pizza Boy. No, you're no, because it's fucking cunts lying scattered all over it. Like, mate, I remember one night, a delivery driver, he's pulled up at the side, right? Go out the car and walk to the front of the queue to get the delivery. And a guy's went, wait in the queue, and he's went, fuck off, mate. And they've smashed him, eh? Absolutely battered the delivery driver just for what, like, because he thought he's jumped the queue. They've chased him out to the car, mate. They were hitting his head with the door, like pure lock, stock, and two smoking barrels style. The guy's like ran out and he's getting his head bounced into the car door. So the street violence thing going down is brilliant because I've got a 14-year-old son. But at the same time, they're not able to. They can't hold a conversation, mate. They're just, I don't know, they're fucking numb, eh?
I think it's that instant gratification TikTok.
Aye, geeze it now. Just scroll, next one. So it's, I'm big with, what age are your kids?
8 and the wee boy's 4 till November.
Is your 8-year-old a girl?
Yes.
Tricky. So my daughter's 8 as well, about to turn 9.
She was just all like lovey-dovey, you're the best daddy. But see, since she turned 8, I'm like, there's a couple of wee cheeky things starting to.
Does she argue with her mum?
Nah, she doesn't really argue. But she's good. I think she just says things, and you're like, she's got that for YouTube. Like, I mean, like cheeky American comeback.
Of course. Aye. My daughter is quite cheeky, but brutal to her mum. Argue like fuck with her mum. I'm telling my dad right now. And she, anytime she wants anything, I just hand the money. I can't say no. But my son, mate, I'm brutal on my son. He's 14. He has it, when I think about it, he has quite a tough time. Like, he's got stuff to do in the house. He's got things he's got to do himself. So, like, I'm big on reading. He's got to do his reading. Like, and it can be it can be it doesn't have to be like a biography or something, but I've had him read biographies and things like that and tell me what he thinks about them. And he's got to exercise. He's set himself a wee 3 pull-up challenge by the end of the summer. So by the end of the summer holidays, he wants 3 unassisted pull-ups. So I've been training with him for that. And I know it sounds like a small thing, like 3 pull-ups, but it's small goals that...
Aye. There'll be adults that can't do 3 pull-ups.
Mate, I remember when I couldn't. I remember when I could only do 1, and then I was using the bands like this to assist and
like
stuff like that. So, what's that?
Like the women.
Like the women, mate. Like, and it was embarrassing. But see, now you go into the gym, if I go down and train at like JD Livingston, you'll not see any guys doing body weight. There's no chance. No. It's too high a chance of it going wrong and them not being able to do it. Or they go and do dips and can only do 2, and they think that oh, fucking hell, what's the point? So, sorry.
That's fine. This episode is sponsored by Elevate Recovery. Elevate provides a range of recovery products to their top-of-the-range, at-home steam sauna pods. They were kind enough to send one out to me for testing, and it's been a game changer for me. I love a sauna for recovery purposes, but I don't live anywhere near one. And when I do visit, it's always busy. The Elevate sauna pod can be set up in minutes, so you can experience the benefits of sauna at home or wherever you go. It conveniently packs down to a easily transportable bag, so if you're an athlete travelling for weight cuts, this could be a game changer for you as well. Thanks again to Elevate for sponsoring the podcast.
Talk too much is not right, but I think like what you're talking about, like instant gratification with TikTok and Instagram, these kids are growing up with, they're like 8 years old and they're just
Smaller than that.
Aye. And, I think, yeah, you're right about like being able to conversate, being able to hold attention and like work towards goals. So like, it's like really important to like do stuff like that with your kids.
But I think it's so basic, which is the saddest part of it. So
it's so normal these days to just...
So I'll say to my son especially, like, right, you've just watched, I don't know, we're probably going to go and watch the new Jurassic Park film in the morning, because I love films, so does he. And then when we're going home, I'll be like, right, tell me about it. What did you think about this and what did you think about that? And give me some sort of breakdown. Don't just be fucking staring out the window. Like, I don't know. Aye, for sure. That's a great way to put it, actually. Mindless consumption. There's a lot of it, but I think there's a lot of dads moving in the right direction. I see a lot of young guys. Well, I still think we're young guys. But a lot of dads doing a shift, mate. They're doing a good job fighting back against it.
Times have changed, though.
Aye, for sure.
I've spoke about that with Stevie Way when he was on the podcast. Like when my dad was young, it was darts on a Friday. You didn't see him until the Sunday, and he was rough on the Sunday.
For sure.
And you're not getting away with that now.
But that was a thing for dads back then. So I remember like my old man Sunday afternoons doing it at the bowling club. You know, see my mum going, "Can you go down and get your dad?" Cunt's not coming home. He's not going to come home. He's on the pints. He's been there all fucking day. He's steaming. He's sleeping outside on the bowling green. Fucking, what am I meant to do? I'm 9. Guys' dads just went out though, didn't they? They had a day that was like a drinking day, or Friday afternoon. Boys who, I remember when I first started working on doors, this was still a thing. Pubs, you would start at like 3 in the afternoon on a boozer in Edinburgh, because all the trades finish their work and that's them, they're out. That's it.
Straight to the pub with the work gear on.
With their work gear on, paid cash, got their envelope, spending money, having a good time. It's not a thing now.
That still goes on, by the way.
So it should. I'm off for it.
Aye.
Nah, you know?
I've normally at Sparring on a Friday, so...
Aye. Do you drink or that? No, you...
A wee bit, but I didn't really go out much.
Aye. You just like a blowout.
See, when you do go out, man, see the hangovers. Having a wee wine in the house with your wife compared to like going out Tonto with the boys. Mate. Can't do that anymore.
I limit it, So I say to myself, I've got 2 a year, and I've already used up 1 for this year. So last year, I gave up. I never drank. I love whiskey. I love drinking whiskey. It's like one of my favourite hobbies, for sure.
Single malts.
Mate, to be honest, I've gone through a wee stage where it was anything. I like drinking better whiskies now because I feel less rough the next day. But last year, me and Paul, we went down to I can't even remember where it was in Wales. That's terrible. But we went to Oban Elliott's gym, and we went out drinking at night with him, and fucking hell, it was probably one of the most pissed I've ever been in my life. Steaming, mate. It was a fucking nonsense. But then like 2 weeks later, we'd done a podcast episode, a Christmas special, and we had Chris Toll on the podcast, and I did the same again. I got fucking blutered, mate. Finished the podcast, jumped in the motor, drove home and that, and I was just like, what are you doing? Like, fucking 36-year-old. You can't behave like this. This is ridiculous. So I was like, I'm knocking the drink on the head for a good while, and I did. I think I just went. I was like, oh, fuck it, we'll see. We'll just keep going. I think I was about April or June before I even had like a beer. Never mind a whiskey. Then me and Paul cycled over to Germany there. I think it was the second night. We were in Nijmegen, beautiful wee town, really, really nice. Went out. Paul's like, well, we'll have a couple of beers. Aye, fuck it, mate. This, again, absolute to the point, like lying on the fucking, got videos of me lying on the ground out in the street and everything. See, whenever I do it, I just go far too far. And I'm like, you should just bin this completely. What are you getting out of this? Nothing. But at the same time, I think you've got to let loose once. If you're not you're not going out and attacking cunts. You're not hurting anybody except yourself. And if you've not got anything to do the next day, to be fair, I had to cycle 70 mile the next day. So I did have something to do the next day. But if you've not got anywhere to be, so what, mate? Do you know what I mean? There's a lot of shaming guys for going out having a mad one now. Seems to be a new thing. Whereas our dads was every weekend. My dad was fucking on the pints all weekend, every weekend. It was just a done thing.
Everybody's done that.
Everybody. But now I didn't see young guys doing it anymore. I don't know. None of the young guys in the gym go to Bevian. I don't know if in your gym they do, but
well, we train at 10 o'clock on a Sunday, so
for that reason, mate. That's the reason for it. No, it is. James has said it. That's the reason for it.
What time do you start on a Sunday?
10 a.m.
He's 10 already.
10 a.m. Aye. Every other class through the week is 11, except Sunday, which is 10. So that's like to stop you going out the night before. That's what I think.
Aye.
I don't know. It probably no stop some people.
There's nothing worse than
Mate. I've tried to do it, and it's horrific, mate. I've seen Paul go for some proper mad ones and then just get up the next morning and train, And I've been like lying in bed, sick or doing my cell and that. Can't he move? And he's just up, trained, goes and does like 10 rounds of grappling. Like, how the fuck does he do that, man? Because he's quite extreme with obviously weight cutting and dieting and stuff. So when he decides, fuck it, I'm going for it. And you can't hold it against him, Right. So, it's finding that happy medium, That's the problem, I think, with MMA guys. They're quite extreme with everything they do. There's always, probably yourself, probably too extreme with the jiu-jitsu sometimes, or have been.
Aye, maybe in the past, aye.
Aye.
A bit obsessive with it, aye.
It gets that way, because you just want to do better, mate.
You just get the buzz for it, don't you?
Aye, and it kind of becomes your identity a wee bit.
It definitely does, aye.
Which I don't know if that's a good thing or not.
It gives you a confidence, though.
Oh, for sure. Like, do you mean in public?
Just about your character and just in general, I would say.
I see it with my son, for sure.
Aye.
Aye.
Let's go and adjust that, mate.
Sorry, mate, to that.
Just over there.
Is it hovering? Mate, I'm so bad for like sliding. Hang on, I start to like just slide down the couch.
Is it an edible?
Oh, no, definitely no. No for it. You like an edible?
No, just
Nah.
one of our previous guests did an edible when he came on. I'll not say who it was.
Was it Luke Shanks?
Nah,
Was it no?
Nah, man. But aye.
Let me have a think. I want to try and guess who that could be, because you've only had 14.
Guess after.
How?
Nah, I don't think he would care, man, to be fair.
No, I think did they not even say it on there?
Aye, probably, man, aye.
Did he?
Key two guesses.
Go on. Give me one clue, because I've got a few who I know it wouldn't be. So,
Oh, he doesn't drink, better that way.
is he Muslim?
No.
Right. It's not Brian Hislop. Maybe Sean Clancy, to be fair.
After Hislop,
Maybe Sean
it's
Clancy. Is it
Nah,
Sean?
no, it's not Clancy. You should listen to the Clancy one. That was actually
I've not listened to it
brilliant,
all.
by
I've
the way.
seen clips of
It's
it.
actually really good.
He's unreal on a mic, mate.
See, when he broke down his fight and that was class.
Again, he is only, I think he's now 22. His comprehension of MMA is incredible. So I hear him talking about MMA sometimes, and I'm just like, how has he absorbed this much information? And his brother's the same. His younger brother's the same. we were away in Vegas there, and when was that?
It's got like a month now, isn't it?
I think it was maybe May.
Was that when Stephen was sparring with Patchy Max?
Yes, mate. Aye. They were. It was the first Bellato fight that got pulled with a cold sore, and hearing those two talking about a grappling session they had at Couture MMA, I was just like, fucking hell, this is obviously bouncing off each other, talking about this. I did this, and then what I probably should have done was that. I had Stephen holding pads for me one day out by the pool, just doing a wee session, and even then he's like, stop, change this to this. You're like, and I don't even hesitate, like 100% I'm listening to him, there's no like, you're 18-year-old, what do you know? You've not even had a pro fight, what do you know? I could never do that to him. He's, again, his comprehension of the sport is massive. Sean's the same, massive. And then they've got each other to bounce off of. It makes them even better, doesn't it? Imagine you had a brother who loved a sport as much as you do, and you train together every day, you're spending every day together. It's, I love hearing them. And you get a lot of people, especially MMA can be quite a jealous sport. You'll hear people, how's he signed to this promotion? And his last fight was X, Y, Z, whatever. How does he get this? And I don't get that. I want to see all these kids doing well. Because if they don't, plan B's really pish. Like, if they don't make it in MMA, they sit like, mate, do you like being a tradie?
Me?
Aye.
I do now.
You do now?
For myself, aye.
But it's taken you probably 20 years to get to a stage where you're like, that's all right.
I worked in like a call centre and that prior to it, so I've had like
You had a few shite ones.
Shite jobs, aye.
What's your worst?
What's my worst job?
Mm-hmm.
Working at McDonald's, I think, when I was 16. Aye.
That's important though.
Aye,
jobs like that.
Building,
What's that?
Character building.
How long did you last?
To be fair, it was a good laugh actually, man. To be fair, it was a free for all way.
Mm-hmm. Which one was it?
The one at Asda in Dunfermline.
Oh fucking hell!
So it just opened too, so like
chaos.
It was chaos. It was all young boys, young lassies. You could imagine what it was like.
Bit of riding, eh? Wee bit.
We had nothing else to do at 16, eh?
Mate, you're not thinking about anything else.
No,
You can't go
definitely not.
You can't go out to pubs or clubs.
You're not making enough money working at McDonald's anyway.
100%. Everybody's in the same boat. But the shite job is very important, eh?
Definitely.
It's massive. When I think about some of the ones I've had now, and I'm just like, and some of the jobs I've had that were all right, and then I just was like, fuck this, I can't cope with this. I remember I got a like front of house security job. It's a building in Edinburgh. I'll try and remember the name of it. But it was just big office block, very expensive, very nice, big glass fronted thing, different like banking jobs and all, like a building full of professionals, like high earning professionals. And you're just sitting at the day, hi, good morning, how are you? Booking them in, security pass, all that shit. And so my first day was due to say it was to be the Monday, something like that. So I've got the train into Haymarket, walked up, meet the guy in charge, getting a walk round for the tour, right? And this is your locker here. And the locker was tiny. The locker was like the size of a shoebox, eh? I says, what's the locker for? He goes, your phone. I went, my phone? He's like, you're not allowed a phone. I went, any bar, catch you later. And just left, mate. Just went like, anything, when I think back now, anything I didn't like, I just went, fuck this, I'm going home. And the amount of times I'd done that was probably quite unacceptable and led to me now getting to a stage where I'm like, if this podcasting thing doesn't work, I'm quite fucked. Like I've ruined it for myself. Eh? Having the company's good, but again, the nighttime economy is dying. Pubs and clubs aren't really a thing anymore. It's not going to be around. So I'm going to have to start thinking about transitioning to something else, which is hard, mate. It is tough. And you've got to have that like faith in yourself. Like, no, this will work. That's hard. And it's not hard for me because I'm 100% confident this is going to work out perfectly fine. But you've got your missus, like, you're going to earn money just talking. Pretty much, aye. That's what I'm hoping to do. It's hard to sell it to them, isn't it? Not sell it to them, but my partner's a worrier, eh? She's a worrier, and I'm the complete opposite. I didn't give a fuck. I'm no fussed about anything. I didn't get stressed about anything. I never, like, times she'll be like, how are we going to pay the bill? Don't know. We'll just pay them, eh? They'll just, something will happen. Something will come off. It'll be all right. No, I know that I'm doing badly, but I've been with her since we were 16. So there's been plenty of bad times. You know yourself, having a couple of kids, mate, it's no cheap.
It changes everything as well, eh?
It's expensive, mate. Aye, of course, because you've got other people to worry about now. Like, I'm sure you take great care of your partner, but she's not the priority now.
No, you're right.
Little people are the priority. You're not a priority to her anymore.
That's something a bit hard to get used to.
Mate, I was 21. I was 21 when we had our son. I thought I was the fucking man, eh? Like, what are you? How dare you not idolise me? Like, how can our child be above me? I'm the man of this house. Like, that was my attitude, mate. Yeah. And looking back now, you just think, what the fucking idiot? Why did I think like that? But if you've not got somebody going, right, mate, see what you're doing there is stupid, eh? Then how are you going to know? If you don't have people pointing you in the right direction who you respect, you're a ship with no sail, eh? You're just going all over the place, which is not good. And never, again, like we touched on earlier, never goes well. So, and again, I still hadn't found MMA yet. I was like 25 before I went into a gym and started doing MMA before that.
What did you do before that?
Just lifted weights, mate. Just usual thing. I worked on the doors, so you wanted to be a big guy, eh? Everybody was just a big weightlifting tough guy, chucking cunts about at weekends. That was really it.
Aye. You on the doors fairly days as well, like
aye, 19.
19.
Which sounds mental now, because I see like 19-year-olds coming up to the club and I'm like, if they ask me to leave, I tell them to fuck off. Which did used to happen to, especially Fife was common for it. Like that was always a tough shift, a hard place to work. Because you would go up to guys and be, all right lads, you need to come outside. Nah, I don't think we will. And they just set about you. So they did though. That was it. Guys were definitely much more game over here, eh? But again, I didn't like telling those stories, those like war stories, eh? Nobody likes them, mate. I'll tell the funny ones, but no we just dragged them out into the fire exit and did this. I hated them when I started on doors. I hate people talking like that now. I can't be arsed with it, eh? But people seem to be interested in it for some reason. You get it all the time, like, aye, maybe, or like, oh, tell us the maddest thing that's ever. No, I'm not telling you. Like, it's shite. It's horrible. There's times sometimes things do still happen. And see, afterwards, I'm like, fuck. Like, I wish that hadn't got to that. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's nothing. I worry about the young guys in the gym going out. See, if they say they are going out, I do get worried about them, because see, when you train and you're looking after yourself and you're not really drinking, because they'll not be drinking a lot. When you're training all the time, you can't manage a lot of drink before you're too pissed and have to go home anyway. The damage they can inflict on people, they've got no idea. Because everyone they've sparred with, trained with, or fought has a level of ability which is probably within range of theirs. Going out and taking on your local tough guy on a Saturday night, like, it's a very real possibility you'll kill him, eh? And people think I'm over exaggerating when they say that, but I've seen cunts get chinned, fall down, hit their head and die. It's horrible, mate. And it would be very, very easy, especially when you've got social media everywhere and people going up to like fighters and mouthing off and giving them shit, for them to just lash out, and before they know it, they're in a lot of trouble. And it is a big worry for me with aim. And I worry about it myself. The last thing I want to do is be put into a position where there's any, like, I'll go out of my way to avoid it. Eh? I think it's horrible. Street violence is, and again, like you say, morbid curiosity. Everybody stops and watches when there's a couple of boys fighting in the street, but there's nothing good about it, honestly. And that would probably, I talk about it with my son. So he'd got into a bit of bother at school, and he's trained a wee bit and does a wee bit with me, so he was fine. But then I see him walking about with a bit of a swagger, eh? And I says, "What's that?" You think you're a bit of a tough guy now? He was probably about 13 when we had this conversation. I'm like, "Are you aware there's loads of people out there? They don't give a fuck. They don't care you're 13. They don't care who your old man is. They don't care if, like, you're going to phone me and get me to come down. Didn't care. And it's too late for you anyway. By the time I get there, you're like, guys will go to an extreme level, eh? And trying to get him to understand that there's no benefits to being the local tough guy. There's no benefits to going out on a Saturday night and fighting with cunts. That is my main thing now with younger people. Just trying to, this is pish, really. I don't know where I'm going with that. I've no conclusion to that. Just please don't be fighting people in the street. It's no good for anyone.
There's nothing to gain for that, is there?
Nothing at all.
Just train. Come and spar.
Go and fight.
Train.
Go and ask Sean Clancy if he wants a round. I'm sure you'll be done with going out looking for trouble after that.
You do get the odd guys that stumble into the gym though that think they're.
You certainly
and
do.
they just get paired up with the worst sparring.
Mate, it's happened to me. It's happened to me.
Aye.
I've went into gyms to train. Probably went a bit too full on with my first partner, and then they went, "Oh, you're with him next," and you go, "Ah."
Thank you to Hard Rock Scaffolding for sponsoring this episode. Hard Rock Scaffolding is an established scaffolding contractor with over 65 years of experience across the team. They cover the whole of the UK, are fully trained, accredited and authorised to work all types of scaffolding jobs across all industries, including marine construction, nuclear, residential, corporate and commercial. Check out Hard Rock Scaffolding online at hardrockscaffolding.co.uk.
That's that then. But at least you're like, well, the worst it can be is 5 minutes, really. So I've been dropped and stuff in sparring. I've been knocked out in sparring as well. So it happens, mate. It's one of them. I'm at peace with it now. I'd rather it didn't happen again, but aye.
I've never been knocked out, but I've been choked unconscious before.
Have you?
And I my first ever sub-only match, clean out.
What was it? What sub was
A
it?
triangle.
Aye.
Just I think I was a white belt at the time too. The guy just jumped up, pulled guard, and I've posted, and he's just triangled me straight away.
And did you just no feel it going
I
on?
was
or?
like, I'm not tapping to this. Just kind of like that white belt mentality. Like,
Aye.
didn't even ken how to escape. I'll
be fine.
I'll just burst out of this, and then the next thing
You were sitting at the side.
I was getting woken up. Like, oh, did I win?
Did you?
Like, nah, mate, you got choked unconscious.
Mate, I've seen a few guys piss themselves, eh?
But I thought I did because it felt
you?
like, but luckily I didn't.
Aye.
But
It does happen, mate. When the consciousness goes, anything can happen. You're always dead embarrassed as well. I've been, I got choked out once with a north-south choke quite a while ago by Marcos Nardini.
Aye.
So, it was a long time since I've trained there, and I can remember I'm like moving around and thinking, I'm all right. Oh, I'm at the side. And I was just like, I remember I'm just changing position and then being like, oh, I'm sitting at the side. I've had it as well when I've been like knocked out in sparring, sat down at I was just in the middle of a round there. What's happened? So it's a risky sport, mate. Still though, I'd rather that than fucking banging heads with someone trying to header a football. Do you know what I mean? Getting punched or kicked is not as bad. I don't think.
Aye. Did you play football?
I did, aye. All young guys here love football, eh? That was really all I did. I played in goals because I was shite at football as well. So I've never been an athlete.
So you got
mate.
slung in goals, you mean?
I got slung in goals, mate. I've never been an athlete, eh? Never. I just liked sport. I just liked camaraderie, being around a team of guys. But I was never athletic. I was never like outstanding at anything, eh? Which is probably not going to surprise people. But I geed that up when I was about 16 for the same old things. You get a girlfriend and you want to go and see her and you didn't want to.
Do you not think part of being an athlete is just consistency though, rather than being like naturally gifted at being the best?
Aye, for sure.
Time in.
But that's all. You could put that down to anything. You could say that's like just being part of a team and being a good team member. So like, I could easily drift away from training, easily drift away from MMA and no go. And like, but then Paul will go, mate, I'm in at 10 o'clock in the morning. You come up. Aye. Because you're not going to let him down, mate. You're not going to let your friends down, are you? And that's, in reality, the motivation thing, I'm never motivated to train ever. There's loads of sessions I dread. I didn't look forward to them. I didn't want to do them. And I full on, I sit there, especially, see first thing in the morning when I wake up, mate, I'm no nice at all. I'm a very, very like negative person, naturally. And I have to kind of fight against that, eh? So I do that with like, I trick myself with routine, really. So what we do is we get up at this time, we eat this, we drink this, and now we start. And so the routine gets me like, right, this is what you do every day. So you get up, you get the kids ready for school, you have your breakfast, you fill yourself with water, and now you've got an hour till it's time to go up to training, so you're fine.
What time do you get in for your work though?
I mean, I didn't work too much now. I only really work at weekends.
All right.
I'm quite fortunate, aye.
Right.
So I'm with my kids basically all week. And then during the day, mate, I'm free to do nothing. So if I didn't go to the gym That would definitely be a problem. So I know, like, I'm going to fall into bad habits 100%. It's not a maybe. If I don't go up there, there's nothing positive happening in the day at all. So here's reason number 1 to go. 2, you've got your friends there, you want to talk to them, don't you? And 3, they're relying on you to come because they need training partners. So you've got to go because they've got a fight coming up or they've got whatever happening. That can be anyone, not just Paul, obviously. Like, all the guys are getting ready for fights. And do I feel better after? Yep. Do I have conversations there that make me feel loads better? Yes. And so I line up the reasons why it's good and just sort of battle them against the reasons why I didn't want to go. But I can quite easily find a reason not to go. Like, I've not got fights coming up, mate. I'm not signed to a big promotion that relies on me doing well. Like, I'm 36.
What's your recovery like at your age? At your
Mate,
age?
horrendous. Awful.
That's brutal, eh?
Awful. And I eat shite food and then I work at night time. So, like, when's it good? Like on Saturday night there. So I worked Saturday night, went to bed, I think, for 2 hours, got up, and then I worked an event at the Royal Highland Show. And that was like a 10 hour. I've been to bed for 2 hours, mate. Like, again, that's fine when you're 22. You pull that off and they bother. Not at fucking 36.
They say sleep's the most important thing.
Easily. And I neglected it so badly. I never realised until I set up my own company and I started sleeping a bit more. Like, I used to think it was normal sleeping 5-6 hours a night. I thought it was perfectly normal. I didn't realise that wasn't what everyone was doing. It's funny, we were over in Vegas there and Stephen Clancy, the kid he's like a ferret, mate. He's just sleeping the whole day. And the guy's never awake. And I'm like, what time do you go to your bed? He's like, about 10, mate. I said, what time do you get up in the morning? 9:15 every morning I got up. And I was like, aye, that's fucking a substantial amount of sleep. He's like, see, if I'm not sleeping by 11 p.m, mate, I'm raging. I was like, that's why. And I'm telling you, sleep through anything. Both the Clancy brothers are like that. Sleep through anything. Paul's weight cutting in that. They're just snoozing. Like, they're hilarious, eh? But again, they're the right age, priority.
I feel like you need a sleep after you've been
100%, mate. Aye. But you've work to go to, eh?
Well, true.
So what can you do? What's happened if we run it?
Overheating.
It is warm in here.
It's fucking. I'm gonna open my window.
Okay.
Is it cut the now?
No, I'm rolling again. Like,
We'll just wrap it up in the next 10 minutes anyway.
You bored of me, mate. Am I boring?
No, not
Is
at
it
all.
late?
Just, it's been
Fucking hell.
It's been an hour and 25 minutes. I
Aye.
think, so.
hour and 20.
Well, that's all right. How long do you normally go for?
About that.
Aye. The most we've ever had is 2 hours, but it just depends on what.
Who was that?
Cammy was 2 hours, eh?
Oh, was he?
Cammy Donnelly. There's loads of breakdown with Cammy's one though, eh?
I would have thought Mark Ewan would have been quite a...
He was what I can. Are we still rolling the now? Aye.
I'll leave it in, mate. I'm not
Aye.
bored.
That makes it more authentic, eh?
That's the important part.
One thing
Authentic.
I will get you to Ross actually is to
Go for it.
you sign the gloves tonight. That
These
I'm gonna
ones?
get every guest to sign the gloves. I'm going to
Which one specifically?
just either for
Either.
both. Just like see what we've done with the Shanks gloves. We're going to do something like that with our guests eventually.
Oh, tremendous. Whereabout anyway?
But just anyway, just going to take up the whole glove though.
So I'll give you one there.
Back to leather again. So where do you see leather going for here then? Like you're talking about it being worried about it being a career for you, but it seems to be getting bigger and bigger. I love it. I really like how you are splitting it into the director's cut, the open mat. Like even the way he's like Paul's maybe a laugh on like the director's cut, and then when he's open mat, he's kind of serious, and I like that. Kind of he's chop and change, and it keeps it interesting as well. It's not just the same all the time.
For sure. That's because we could easily just go, right, this week in MMA this happened and then this happened, and we could bring on a guest and avoid certain topics or avoid certain things. And I think it's like I've probably never spoke as much on a podcast as I have this one. And so it's so important to let the person just come on and talk and say what they need to say and talk about. That's how you get the most authentic answers out of them. I think it's no catch people out. I don't want to use that. I think people respond better to things they're unprepared for, and they give you more honest answers.
Their guards down.
What, sorry?
Their guards down.
Aye, 100%. Because they're relaxed. They're just chatting. They're having a conversation with you. So if you look at people like Oban Elliott, Dan Hardy, these guys just poured it out because you gave them space to do it.
I loved the Dan Hardy one.
So did I.
Huge fan of Dan Hardy.
The Dan Hardy podcast was a big turning point for me, personally. Like, that was quite a big...
It's a big deal.
I think about that podcast probably every day. Some of the stuff he said, some of the stuff he said afterwards as well. Very, very impactful. He's a good guy. I could go on. I could go on and on about that one. Without a doubt, in fact, had the biggest impact on me. Meeting Dan Hardy has been... Since meeting Dan Hardy and chatting to him, my life has definitely pivoted in a far more positive direction. And he'll probably never know that was the case, but I'm certainly not the only person he's helped. He was telling us some stories on the podcast that were like, reduced him to tears, eh? And you could tell, like, he doesn't care what anyone thinks about him, mate. Couldn't give a fuck. Like, completely egoless, that guy. Like, I mind we had the setup, and he came in, he had the flip-flops on, kicked the flip-flops off, bare feet, sat down, and I was just like, wow, never seen anyone do that before. Like, cool. Oh, all right, aye. He's just such a relaxed, chilled out, authentic guy. And that's the main thing about him. There's no nonsense with him, eh? There's no facade. That's hard. It's hard to be that confident in yourself that you can be that open. Because most people are not doing that, mate. Most people are no... Everyone's wearing the mask to a degree, aren't they? I would say. And as you go on doing more interviews with people and talking to people, you'll come across people who are like, he fucking sat there and lied to us the whole interview or the whole conversation. Or they'll sit there and you'll go, he just fucking made that up. Or you'll get a vibe, which you're laughing because you've probably came across it. Or you've seen it. I shouldn't say came across it because I'm sure all your guests have been authentic, great guys. But the truth is that isn't everybody. And that's a part of this career you're pursuing. So for me, I just hope Leonard keeps making people make good choices. Like, there's nothing better, and you've probably started to get this yourself, messages from people saying, listen, mate, I listened to that episode, and see, since that, I've started doing this. And they get better at things. And that's your little bit to give back to MMA, isn't it? Like I said, way back, fucking an hour and a half ago, I've took loads for MMA. It's absolutely, I have to give as much back as I can. There's no way around it. I owe it. That's how I feel about, and that can be anything. We've got a guy, I feel terrible, I forgot his name there. So he tags us every single Sunday. He was like a heavy guy, huge amount of weight he'd put on. And he was like, listen, do you think I could get down to just DM me one night? And you get messages like that as well. People, they're never gonna stick with it, mate. He put up a progress picture last night. It was like 6 months. He's like a different human, mate. The guy's just, and every week he listens to our podcast and he shares that he's listening to it. He's in a sauna. He's fucking dieting. He's training. He's an older guy. It's like probably older than us. And you just think, fucking hell, that's mad. Like, he did that because he listened to us. Oh, the amount of motivational content and stuff out there you could absorb, and he took it for us. It's wild. Or see, when you hear people saying things you've said, so you'll say something on the podcast, and then you've got people repeating it on social media. You're like, this is fucking bizarre. Like, what's? I don't know. We're all having a bigger impact on people than we realise. You'll be the same. That'll be something that rolls on and builds up a bit of credit, karma credit for you, because I'm certain you've not been an angel, because you don't find your way into this sport though, do you? Like, are we all great guys, especially at our age? What sort of people was it? Bad ones, mate. All the bad guys went and did MMA. It's different now. Am I close? No close? No.
I don't know, man. I just got fed up with lifting weights. And then
And you were just a good, hard-working family man before that?
Went to an MMA gym to just do the boxing class, I think, and then just...
And you thought, oh, these weirdos are brilliant. I can't wait to hang about with them every day, forever. Is that... No?
Man, I was pretty...
That's what was for me, the autism.
Aye. Some hang that autism, eh? Wish I had made it, mate. I've not got enough of it.
You can give them like steroids, but you can't give them
Can't give him autism. What was the Craig Jones one?
Aye.
Autistic kids against the jocks. That was like the American Dagestani wrestler system against Craig Jones Jiu-Jitsu. Autism versus the jocks. It's probably quite accurate. But again, even for that, there's an outlet for that, isn't it? So, that's it. So long as the podcast, mate, I don't care how many people watch it. And I know you're not supposed to say that. You're meant to say, oh, we want to get to this many views a month and whatever. I get a little bit of money for I didn't do it for nothing. Like, I've got bills to pay, but I'm not doing it so that I can drive out in a Lamborghini. I'm like, it's nice having an impact on people, because I have been a horrible bastard, mate, for most of my fucking adult life. Not being very nice to people. And it's nice to go, do you know what? You are going to get through to some people. Because I used to be terrible for just going like, he's never going to try, fuck him. Leave him then, let him be shite. If he wants to just be a loser, let him. Like, that was my attitude with people. I would be like, he's not trying anyway, fuck him. And then at the same time, all my friends were absolute bams. All of them. Like, and they're great. They are still my friends and I love them. But I can't go about with them. Like, I can't go over to like XYZ's house tonight and go, oh, well, we just get a couple of cans of beer for the shop and chill out in your house. No, mate, because you're just going to go on a mad one and you're going to be awake all night and all day into tomorrow, and then so you have to be selective about the people you're getting around. But still, it's easy to help other cunts out. And I don't, because I'm not really like a preachy person, or I'm not like a David Goggins type of guy. Like, I couldn't be further for that if I tried. But one thing I'm trying to do is give a wee bit back. And if I can do that, great. And that's really all I want for the podcast. And because I just get to sit with Paul and Craig and Greg and we have a laugh. And that's really, it's a bit of a release for me. It's a bit of an outlet, a bit of like I going to sparring or going to training, and afterwards I come out, I get in the car and I go, I feel better for that.
It's a pretty cool thing to be doing as well. Like, a lot of people would love to be doing what you're doing.
Absolutely. And sometimes I'm guilty of going, of not appreciating it enough. So I've seen me some days go, I've got training 11 till 12, and then I've got this podcast, and we've got people in, so I'm there for like 1 till 5. Fucking hell, what a day. Aye, mate, what a day. What an incredible day. Like, you get to go and train with guys who are in the UFC, PFL, Cage Warriors, young superstars in the making, young guys who are battling through amateur shows, trying to make their way up. We chat with James Doolan, because he doesn't say too much, but what he does say is always very insightful. And then you get to go on the podcast and listen to it again, interesting people, talk to, and you're like, what would you be doing otherwise? Probably nothing. Undoubtedly, a job I hate, for sure. A job I hate, because I'm so unemployable, I can't get a job I like. And so my options are so limited, but the things I'm doing are amazing. So how can I complain? And that's, again, it goes back to that waking up in the morning and fucking hell, I've got to do this. No, hang on a minute, you get to do this. That's amazing. And some of the things I've been and gone and done, like, you go to, I'm really lucky again, you get to go over to Vegas with Paul and like use the PI as one of his training partners. Like, fucking hell, you're going about in the PI. Like, there's Khalil Roundtree on the assault bike there. Do you know what I mean? There's Aljamain Sterling grappling in that cage there. There's Sean Strickland and getting his meals. You do have to step back and go, this is mad, mate. How did this come about? And that's where the sort of obligation to give back comes in. Because I do get imposter syndrome, mate. Of course. And I know there's people watching like, how the fuck does he get this? How's he get to go and do that? He's done fuck all. Cool, man. But I do get to go.
Committed, though.
I do get to go and do it. So what I'm going to do is grab it with both hands and make the most of it. What would you rather I do? Just not give a fuck?
But a lot of folk will want all the positives, but they'll know the...
I've not really worked hard, mate.
I'm not saying work hard, but you're gaining up your time, though. You're committing. You're always coming in when you say you will. Some folk will only do that, but they'll want to hang around when the big events there.
Aye, that's probably a thing. That is probably a thing.
You're actually doing the work with Paul, so you're...
I try to, mate. I try. Like I say, and again, you want to be a good sparring partner, don't you? You want to be a good training partner. You want to make sure you're at the sessions you said you'd come to. But as well, like, I am unbelievably... Like, it's immeasurable how grateful I am for the opportunities. You can say all you want. You can keep repeating it like, oh, it's so good you've done this, it's great you've done this, and thanks for inviting me to X, Y, Z, whatever. But that's not how you, like, now you give it down to the next group of guys coming up, don't you? Now you say to them, right, look, you can go and do this. Like, I don't have access to that, but I've got access to, like, this platform. Do you want to come on and tell us a bit about yourself? Like, Stephen Clancy had never been on a podcast before. I couldn't believe that. So we did one in Vegas, just sat down, chatted with him and his brother. And I was like, and he was brilliant on camera as well. Sean's excellent on camera. See Sean in person, isn't he? Like he's quite chilled and just kind of, you can tell he's thinking about other things. If he's no training, he's thinking about other things. Would that be fair to say?
I remember that was just a toaster conversation.
Aye, like his mind drifts for sure. But put Sean Clancy in front of a camera, mate, that's all the training he does, all the finishes and fights, all the great fights. That's brilliant. But that's not enough. His personality in front of a camera is what's going to make him like, mate, he's going to be a Scottish icon in MMA. His brother's going to be the same. But again, they have to get out, they have to get on podcasts, they have to, some people it comes very natural to, some people it doesn't. So, but aye, that's where I'm at.
Been great to have you in, mate.
Oh mate, it's I don't know, I've got to go home. Reality now. I've never spoke so much
on the camera to conquer.
Oh, I know, sorry. But aye, thanks for having me, mate.
Sorry, what were you going to say there, Ross? Sorry.
Fuck knows. I don't know, I forgot. But
I thought you had something to wrap it up there.
Nah, I never do. We just kind of end. We just go, that's been this amount of time. Is that us? Right. Cheerio. That's it. Do you have like a...
I just normally thank the guests for coming on, mate. And any sponsors or that you want to mention?
Anaconda Fightwear, mate. I don't know if you've seen me acting in the... You seen me acting?
Oh, I've seen you acting, aye.
I tell you what, I'm a natural. I could be in the next... Goonies film.
No, I'm a fan of Anaconda as well. I've had the knee brace for ages. Aye, brilliant.
It's everywhere.
A game changer. That gel pad, see if I'd been a plumber.
Oh, do you use it when you're working?
No, like for training, but see when you're kneeling all the time at your work, that gel ring that goes around your knee pad for shooting, it's a game changer.
They've got a wee one now that like warms your knee up and it's... What? Oh, right. I mean, probably will. The Knee Recovery Pro one. It's got like vibrates through your knee, heats it up. Oh, it's brilliant. You can't train with that one on, obviously, because it's got like a fucking mechanical unit on the front of it. But aye, very good. Who else? Who else is a sponsor?
Anybody sponsor you as an athlete?
Nah, nobody. I've never had a sponsor, mate. Oh, my stomach's rumbling there. I've never had a sponsor.
You know, had your tea?
No. Get a McDonald's on the way home. I will, mate. I'm not even joking. I eat shit, mate. Honestly, if you saw what I ate in a day, you'd be disgusted. A fucking goat wouldn't eat like I eat. It's the worst ever, mate. But I don't know. If anyone wants to sponsor me, feel free.
And where could anybody find you on social media?
Ross Cooper MMA on Facebook and Instagram for you older guys who still use Facebook. And I'm Ross C89 on TikTok. I need to change that. That's terrible. Who's going to remember that, eh? And that's me.
No,
Thanks.
You seem to be doing well on TikTok, mate. I think your followers are quite decent. And you got a lot of folk talking to you on your lives, don't you?
Aye. I get a lot of abuse, mate.
Do you?
A lot of weirdos, eh?
Really?
Ah, freaks. Again, strange. A lot of good cunts, though. There's a lot of good guys out there, mate. There is. But
perfect. Well, thanks very much for coming on.
Thank you, mate.
Thanks everybody
Cheers.
else for listening. Cheers.